Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin Muhammadin sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Um, I don't know if you realize this, that we are actually approaching the month of August. So technically, time is really passing fast, yeah. And as I told you before, among all my students, I will always say, I wish I had time to prepare for Umrah, yeah. So it is important that we actually do make the effort to prepare for Umrah, as in, the notes that we have. This is the steps to Umrah number 3. Yeah, alhamdulillah, it is good in a sense that it has been verified and is very organized, alhamdulillah. It's from all the steps that you were going to go through, yeah. So go through it, because what you do not want is just to go through the Arabic without understanding, correct? Yeah. So we do need to really understand what we are reciting, why we are reciting this. Yep. As a question that was posed in the Steps to Allah group regarding, and it's quite an interesting question, and I need time to think, because sometimes when you do it, we just do it, isn't it true? We don't think about why you do this. Yet the question was asked by brother Farouk, as usual, right? Why do we do the tawaf, right? And I think whatever it is, right? I think the only question that I can think of is on the basis of the fact that as a servant of Allah, right, our ultimate aim is to submit to Allah completely. Whatever things Allah said, we do, right, without any question. Yep. So that was when Iblis was not able to understand why did he need to bow down to Adam, right, even though he didn't understand it. Yeah, that was the submission of, for example, Nuh alayhi salam, right? When he was ordered by Allah to build the ark. He didn't even question why build the ark. There's no water, there's nothing here, there's no sea, there's no rain. Yet he didn't question the rationale of building an ark. He just do it. Yeah, and this is I think the ultimate answer that we can give, and that we should understand that when Allah ordered us to do, we just do it, and inshallah the reward is Jannah. Agreed? Yeah. That is why one of the highest deeds that we do as a Muslim is fasting, isn't it true? Right? Because we are allowed to eat whatever we want, whenever we want. Allah said no, right? Don't eat from Fajr to sunset, yeah, for one whole month of Ramadan. And we simply do it. That's why the reward is from Allah Himself, yeah. The fact that we obeyed Allah completely without asking, yeah, and inshallah, and we get this ultimate reward from Allah. Now, these questions and it's important, right? Because we don't keep Islam like a ritual, right? As we discussed just now in our just a few moments ago in the Steps to Allah group about this Sinead Corner that just died and all this, and how she simply submit. She knows the truth. She simply submit, and I was praising in the group how she even her hijab was not a single shred of hair was in the hijab, right? And completely like subhanallah, much better than any of you can see all the Middle Eastern women and many Arab women are showing the front part of the hair, trying to look cool and be fashionable and all this. Islam is not about fashion, right? It's about completely submitting to Allah. Yeah. So this is important why we discuss this in our Umrah class, because part of inshallah the success of our Umrah, yours and of course mine too, right? Doesn't mean that I've been there for more than 10 times. Doesn't mean that I'm not trying to improve myself, right? Part of the reason why we are doing Umrah is to try and understand these things, that little things that may inshallah perfect our Islam, isn't it true? Yeah. And that's very important, not to put these rituals into this box. Like this Umrah, you must only do this, you must tawaf 7 times, you must do sa'i 7 times, and that's about it. it must be as a whole in what we do things and how we are able to perfect our Islam. And this is very important. You don't see or you don't hear many of the Umrah talks. People are talking about this because everybody is trying to compartmentalize the acts of worship into this, forgetting that as a whole, right? There are many things that we need to improve, and to improve ourselves itself, that submission to Allah, that complete submission, which many of us sometimes failed. Yeah, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that we need to improve. Yeah, that we don't question what Allah has commanded us. We just do it as best as we can, right? There's this thing of jihad, which we know we are struggling all the time. Everybody has different bad habits that we do need to struggle. And all this, inshallah, we are hoping that this Umrah will, when we come back, is supposed to make things easier in terms of our submission. Remember, and as we discussed before, when Allah said, "Wa'bud rabbaka hatta ya'tiyakal yaqin," Surah number 15, verse number 99, that worship your Rabb, worship your Lord until there comes to you a certainty, which means the death. It is very straightforward for you and me when we go to Umrah, inshallah, right? Every time we go to the do tahajjud every day, where we, inshallah, we're going to do our tawaf every day, in the best of our abilities. It's quite straightforward to go there, inshallah, right? To do it for our 10 days, 12 days there. But to continue to do it until our last breath, that certainty of death, it is not easy, surely. Yet that is why we hope that this Umrah would resolve all this and would solve our different individual journey, right? How to make this process of submission easier. And this is what we need to understand about this Umrah. Yet not just about to take your selfies and to take your photos. There's nothing wrong with it, of course, yet, but also mainly to improve our Islam, right? Our submission to Allah. Right? So as part of today's talk, this is what we are trying to do, right? I'm going to go through, of course, the different manasik or the rituals of Umrah. Yeah. But let's talk a little bit about our preparations, inshallah. Yeah. So Abdulaziz, in the other group, how many people are 10? So you are 4 in a group, all complete, right? And don't bump Adnan, don't bump this what's his name? Gawal, right? He said he's going to he is in the group, alhamdulillah. And I know he bought the air tickets, so he is going to join us, inshallah. So don't bump him out of your group, right? So you have 4 in a group, 4 in a room. The other one, Abdulaziz, what is the other? What is the who else are going?
They have 2 of them have booked the flight now.
2, alhamdulillah. Who is that? Who are they?
It's Iman.
Oh, Iman. Yeah,
yes.
he was upset. I never remember his name. Iman. I mean, Iman, and then the other one.
And Adam.
Oh, alhamdulillah. Okay, it's good. Yeah. So just to confirm, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, we just need to find. Then I can announce to, inshallah, brother Khalil, right, whose son may go. At least save money, more money, isn't it true, right?
Yes.
So they booked the ticket. Which airlines? Saudi Airlines.
It hasn't told me yet. I'll ask them to.
I think Wizz Air, no.
Probably, yeah.
It's okay, but I mean, you guys are young, right?
I'm not too sure. I don't know.
I think I'll die halfway.
Yeah, I don't know if they definitely booked on Wizz Air, but I don't know. I'll confirm with them.
Yeah. So they know well, quite importantly, they just need to be in Medina when we are, right? Doesn't matter which day.
That's it. Yeah.
Doesn't matter which day, but tell them that we are leaving Medina on the 24th, if I'm mistaken. Yeah, 24th October. That's most important. Be there before 24th.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we reach there by 24th, leave here on the 20th, then hopefully, right? They don't go around the world.
Quick question: are we taking the high-speed rail?
When?
From Medina to Mecca.
Yeah, of course, inshallah.
Yeah. Okay, so we
Going
need to.
for Umrah, right?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, we're going by the trend. This is, I think it's easier and closer. Taking the train, inshallah. Yeah. Any other questions that you have before we move? We go to the other things. No. Okay. So this is the physical preparations. First, quickly, you go through the physical preparations, which is all the bookings and the what do you call it, the luggages and all this. So the regarding the visa, you can book anytime that you want. Yeah. For the visa, right? It should be ready within 1 day. I mean, people like me would want to book quite early because I'm Singaporean. I like to book early, right? Doesn't matter as long as you book it, you got your visa before your departure. Yeah? Just keep yourself what do you call it, comforted and confident that you got the visa. It shouldn't be difficult, inshallah. Tourist visa. The only thing is, I said about tourist visa, you're not, as far as I know last time in February, you are not allowed to have any Zamzam water, yeah, for tourist visa. The Umrah visa is much more expensive. I think it's about 300 and 400 pounds, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Don't know how to do it. I think you need to go through an agent to do the Umrah visa. Yeah. So don't forget about visa. No visa, no entry, right? As in Jannah. Yeah. So don't remind each other about the visa. Yeah. I'm going to do it perhaps another 2 weeks time, inshallah. Right, about the visa, just to be comforted, and I don't need to think about the visa, inshallah. Yeah. Now don't forget to take my photo, please.
Yes, inshallah.
Yeah. Okay. Other things, as I said, you may want to get an unscented soap, right, along the way in ihram condition, as we talked before, that you are not supposed to have any scent, use any scent yet in your ihram condition. So you may want not Tesco, Waitrose. Yeah, Waitrose is quite good. You have £1. Last time I checked was £1. The hand soap and all this that you want to take. Yeah. For the unscented soap. Yeah. What other things? Regarding whether you need to get 1 or 2 ihram attire. Ihram attire, I would advise you to get in from the UK, right? Especially people like who's that? Africa, right? Because you're going to Mecca straight. Yeah. Not only that, the quality of the ihram in UK usually are much better. Yeah. Much better, because sometimes when you go, in Saudi, the ihram is not good quality and it's quite hot. Yeah, buy a bit more expensive because you want to be a bit cooling. Yeah, as you know, the cheaper it is, the quality is not so good. It's quite hot when you buy the cheaper ones, because I remembered last Umrah, 2 Umrahs ago, I bought just a cheap one because we just need to have that second pair of ihram attire. It was so hot. Yeah, and it's not worth it because you just want to be comfortable, inshallah. Yeah. The ihram attire. So after car, when you come back, tell us whether you can come do tawaf in our ihram attire, inshallah. Yeah. Sorry, in our thobe, inshallah. Other than that, the physical things, the notes, right? I prefer to print my notes and bring like this. So you do not need to memorize many things as you go along. You just took the notes. If you prefer, I mean, I'm quite blind now in the sense that I cannot just use a phone. I don't want people to, well, hate to say this, people are stealing things, stealing your phones. So if you prefer to use your phones, up to you, right? But I prefer printed notes. So you can print my notes, inshallah, in order to bring it. It's only about 7 pages, yeah, to bring it to the Umrah, inshallah. Other things, I assume you should have a bag, small sling bag or a backpack, in order to put your Zamzam water inside. You put your slippers inside, your sandals inside. you put your notes inside, your Quran, whatever is inside your bag. Yeah, so you should have a small bag to bring with you all the time inside the haram. Right. I also advise you, if you do not want to bring your prayer mats here, buy prayer mats there, because at least sometimes then there's quite crowded, and you are forced to pray on the ground. You can just put your prayer mats there on the ground, right? So every time you go to the haram, you bring your prayer mats, inshallah. Yeah. What other things that I forgot? I think that's about it, isn't it? Any more things I forget about the physical things? Any questions? Yeah. Yes.
Shift. Before we put the ihram on, we can put perfume on our body, right?
Yes, it is a sunnah actually. No, you can't put. It's a sunnah. When you do your ghusl, in the morning, you what do you call it? You put your perfume on, not on your ihram attire, on the skin, right? That is sunnah. Aisha anha, he put the perfume on Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he did the Umrah. Yeah. Okay. You can, as part of physical preparations, you can buy, or should I say, you should buy soaps there, because soaps are very cheap. You should buy perfumes there. Usually, they have a lot of sales for the perfumes. So bring money. Can you use credit cards? Yes, you can use, right? But try to bring cash. I would say at least cash, but at least 150 or 200 pounds cash, because your transport, you need to bargain your transport. I hate to say this. In your taxi drivers need to bargain, right? At least half when they say something, at least half bargain it. Then you pay cash usually. You don't use your cards with your transport. That's where your money go. Money sometimes flows out very fast from your pockets, right? Due to usually to food and transport. Food is not as cheap as you think it is. It is London price in general. Yeah, London price. The food. Yeah. So do bring cash. Yeah, I prefer to bring cash. And now alhamdulillah, £1. Last time I checked was a few days ago, was 4.8 something. Yeah, £1. Alhamdulillah. All right. Make dua that Allah will make our pound higher, right, during your Umrah time, inshallah. Yeah. After when you go there, it is still quite hot, right? In September. Yeah. When are you leaving again? Sorry.
6th, so very early September.
6, yes. It is still quite hot, right? Expect about 40 degrees at least, and that's quite normal. Yeah.
I just want to add, I've been told that for the brothers, if they want to use like cards, the best card to use is Monzo. So if you get cards, get Monzo.
Monzo, okay. Why?
Yeah. I've been told it has the best exchange rate and there's like no fees.
Yeah, and Halifax. My wife, I hate my bank. My bank is HSBC, right? Every time I use something, they charge and all this. So Halifax is quite good.
Yeah, so if you use Monzo, there has no transaction, and you don't have to convert anything. It does it for you straight away.
Yeah. Okay. And I know my wife's Halifax transaction exchange rate is very good, Halifax. But the rest, if you know that your bank charges charges you for every transaction, I advise you to bring cash, inshallah. Yeah. What other things that I forgot? Okay, so anything more we discuss next time, inshallah. This is the physical, right? Yeah, okay, sorry, I remember now, right? Water bottles, right? As we are not allowed to bring any Zamzam water back, do bring a lot of water bottles from the UK, empty water bottles, into your bag, sneak it in, right? Some people prefer, there's a new fashion now, the one that lays flat. Just buy, you can even buy from there. Yeah, when you put it in there, it will just lay flat instead of bulky bottles that can buy in Bin Daud, one of the supermarkets there. Yeah, so you do need to bring a lot. As you know, now Almi brought back about 20 liters last time, right? No questions asked. Alhamdulillah.
Sorry, Sheikh, but why is it so important to bring back Zamzam water? Is it just to drink or
drink? And it is good souvenir, right?
okay.
Because Adnan, of all the people, you are going back to Malaysia. You're expected to bring some water. All right. Two souvenirs are expected to be brought back: dates and some water. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you have kind enough, then perfumes. Right. You can buy small bottles of perfumes and all this. But it is all about, well, giving people the Zamzam water. You're expected to bring back among to your families, inshallah.
Because my father-in-law went last year.
And then,
He didn't bring any Zamzam water because we still have like 8 liters here. No one drinks it, so.
no one drinks it, subhanallah.
But
Why?
you forgot that you forget like every day it's in a big jug.
Yeah, it's up
like
to you anyway. It's up to
big
you,
jugs, yeah.
right? But it's just about you people. Well, you may want to visit other people, other relatives, or your wife's relatives in Malaysia. Then you just want to give them the Zamzam water as a gift, isn't it true? Yeah.
They're all right.
Alhamdulillah, you got good
I
families
give
there.
them
I
give
think
them perfume and dates.
I think Abdul Aziz would be very happy to have the kind of families. Very chill. Yes, Iftikhar.
Sheikh, I think for the tourist visa, recently they changed it. So I think you can bring back Zamzam water with the.
Yeah, they can do anything they want. Alhamdulillah, inshallah, right?
So I
You
think
can just
for now,
try.
I think we can. But I shall let you know when I go, and then.
Yeah, I told you're the guinea pig. Now, in last October we can, then February we cannot. So I think must be a lot of complaint. Remember now, right? We said you want evidence, we go Umrah. The hair is the evidence anyway, right? You just shave the hair anyway. Yeah, okay, alhamdulillah. That's good news, inshallah. Yeah. Yeah, but you just need to prepare to bring Zamzam water in your bag, inshallah. Okay.
On the practical side, may I ask where do you usually eat? Where do you go to eat? Is it nearby the hotel?
Oh
Like
yeah,
the
but
haram?
plenty. I know
Like
you're,
what we're gonna eat? Like shawarmas and kebabs and
many
mixed.
many types of food. I know, Adnan, you're in Malaysia, right? Your mentality has changed. It's all about food.
Yeah, because I don't want to go there and eat, like nasi goreng or something.
No, no. I would strive to find Malay food there. There are a few, right? But there's
Yeah.
plenty of food, alhamdulillah. Plenty of food, inshallah. That's
Okay.
why our hotel place is not bad, both in Mecca and Medina, inshallah. Right?
Mhm.
Now, question? Now.
Okay. No, I'd say Bukhari.
Yeah, Bukhari, amazing. Right, but our hotel is far from Bukhari, I'm afraid. But,
Allah gave us legs. So.
we'll go there still anyway, inshallah. Okay, enough about material things, right? So don't forget about our individual, now the spiritual preparations, right? That we do need to correct our khushu', make sure we understand what we are reciting, all right? So all this is very important, yeah? As I said just now, it's not just about doing Umrah, right? It's also about ability for you and I to be a better Muslim, inshallah, when we come back, yeah? Abdulaziz?
Yes. So one brother asked me regarding visa. So what if he said, what if they say no on the online?
Oh
Then
no,
you have
then you need to make no, Umrah visa, inshallah.
he needs to request an Umrah visa.
Yeah, I think you need
Okay.
to go to an agent to do the
Mhm.
Umrah visa. But inshallah, it should be okay. Are you on a criminal record?
No, not me.
Okay.
I have requested mine and they already approved last night.
Oh, you did. When did you do it?
Last night.
Oh, alhamdulillah. How much is it? Is it 120 pounds?
Yes.
Okay, alhamdulillah. So it's quite fast, isn't it? Yeah. So you did it. You did it, alhamdulillah. Yeah. So if it's not approved, then you just need to do an Umrah visa, inshallah. But everything is about Allah's invitation, isn't it true? I mean, what can we do? It's not approved.
By the way, Sheikh, is it do they check if you're non-Muslim or before you enter Mecca? Is that true or is it just
Well,
myth?
Jeff, it's not usually, because that Muslim thing is only for the visa thing, right? So
Mhm.
if you were to have your visa, they shouldn't. Do you have your reversion certificate?
I have, yeah, I have. But what about brothers who don't have a certificate? I mean, that certificate is it's quite funny because it basically says that you're a Muslim officially, but you can take shahada with anyone really. So and they don't give you a certificate.
Yeah, you some people they check, you know. So just bring a certificate just in case.
Yeah, yeah, I will.
Yeah, but actually the certificate usually is meant for that visa stage. They might want to see it, but just bring it just in case. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other questions? Okay, so I think of all the preparations we do need to understand that it's only upon Allah's invitation that we can go. Isn't it true? Right? Now we can just make dua to Allah for all of you and for myself, right? In my tahajjud to be invited by Allah. And it's very important to make this dua, inshallah, that Allah invite us to go there. Not only that, to ask Allah to make our journey easy, right? To put less tests. All of us will be tested for sure, right? All of us, right? And I warned everybody in the last trip already, right? In October and in February, some people are tested in different ways, right? Some of the luggages didn't come. Was it you now? Was it your luggage?
Yes, yes, it was my luggage that didn't come.
What happened?
Remember we came off the airplane, and then we were waiting around the thing for hours, and my luggage wasn't there.
Thanks.
And then you were supposed to
No
meet
thanks to
someone
you.
as well.
And then?
Yeah, you were supposed to meet someone as well, and you didn't meet them, and you lied to me. I think I just broke a relationship with you.
Yeah.
And then I had to call them a few times, and then they finally found it, and they sent it to our hotel.
Yeah. So this will
Yeah.
happen to some people, right? This is a test. Just need to
good-
zip up your mouth.
Exactly. And the good thing is, the funny thing is, I prepared for it. So I had two suitcases. The one I carried with me, I put a few like boxes. I put one of my ihram attires in there. So I was like, if the other one gets lost, I can just use this and live for a bit. That's what happened. So that's why I wasn't too fussed, because I had some trousers, boxes, stoves, and like my ihram attire.
Yeah.
Which obviously you just need that, and you're good.
Yeah.
So and I had my so alhamdulillah, it was fine. It's fine. And then you're with brothers, so you can use the non-scented.
Your weak brothers are quite patient, waiting for hours at the airport.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know which brothers those were, but
yeah. So it is important, right? Expect Allah's test, right? Your hotel, your name might was it somebody else, right? Hotels, the name is not in the booking system, on the hotels, and all things might happen, right? So just part of Allah's test. So you'll be tested a lot, right? According to what I know, you'll be tested with the things that you are the weakest the most, that will make you very upset the most, right? So
I can already see it then, Sheikh.
That means people at Qatar will be tested with women, right?
Wow.
Women will come to him. But it's true. One of my students, right? I won't mention names, but people wearing niqab was approaching him and asking him for things, right? So he'd be approached. So all these are tests that you're gonna face. Yeah. So do need to make dua to Allah to grant you patience. What is dua for patience? Now,
I'm not sure.
Rabbana afrigh alayna sabran wa tawaffana muslimin. Correct? This is in surah number 7, verse number 126. Yeah, dua of the 7-126 to make the Lord dua, this kind of dua, inshallah. Yeah. So this is your preparations that you do need to make. If anything that we can come up with, inshallah, yeah, we will go through again in the following weeks, inshallah. Yeah. Any other questions before we move on to our notes? Right, the notes on steps to Umrah number 3. All right. This is in your stored, should be in your WhatsApp, yeah. Your WhatsApp group, yeah. Just go through it, and now we're going to go through it now, inshallah. Right. Now, so let's go through the procedures, yeah, of our Umrah quickly. The first thing that would happen, of course, yeah, so let's assume that we are going for Umrah now, yeah. In the morning, you should take your ghusl, yeah, ghusl, and for the men, you wear perfume of their ghusl, yeah, before you leave. So for aftercare, you will take ghusl in London. For the rest of us, we're going to take our ghusl in our hotel in Medina. Yeah, we should take a train perhaps about 10 o'clock to Medina for most of us. Yep, 10 o'clock, and we reach there about 2.5 or 2 hours and 45 minutes. Right, it's up to you what you want to use. Yeah, whether you want to book. I may this time try to book more comfortable business class. We can discuss it later, inshallah. All right. It may be about what, £75, yeah, for the business class from Medina to Mecca, yeah. So you are already in your ihram attire first. So after car, you'll be in your ihram attire. You are taking Wizz Air, isn't it, after car?
No. So we're going to our layover is in Greece. So we're taking Asian Airlines or something.
Oh yeah, Asian Airlines. It's not bad. I did it before, Asian Airlines, when I went to Greece. Very, very good, in fact. Yeah, very good service.
What, Aegean Airlines?
Asian, yes.
Aegean. Yeah, it's like a blue.
Yeah, Aegean. Not Asian. Aegean.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah, whatever it is. Sorry for our wrong tajweed.
Listen, I understand why Sheikh Halal has the wrong tajweed, but I don't know about Iftikhar.
Why?
It's not even an English word.
Bro.
Okay. Other private things. Anyway, yeah, so you will, after you change it in your transit point, right? We are going to change the ihram attire in our hotel itself, yeah. We should move in quite, for those who are taking the trains, we should be there earlier, but maybe one hour before the train departure, inshallah, yeah. So again, this is important that when you do this, you make a dua of the journey, right? It's all in the fortress of the Muslim, yeah. And for the first point of the Umrah Manasik, it starts at the Miqat. Miqat is the place where you say your intention. Yet, for iftikar is about 20 or 30 minutes before you land. They should announce it, yeah, in Jeddah, yeah, before you land in Jeddah. For the rest of us, it is about 8 to 9 minutes after we depart from the train, from Medina. In the train, we will say our intention, right? So let's go through it, inshallah. The intention is Allahumma labaika umrah. Again, Allahumma labaika umrah. Why do we say this now?
We say this because Allah told Ibrahim alayhi salam, once Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam built the Kaaba, Allah said, proclaim to the proclaim and they will come.
Which surah is this?
I forget which surah it is here.
22, 27, right? Surah Hajj, verse number 27. Yeah, and then what happened?
So then Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, he stood up, proclaimed, and then the mountains lowered, and then his proclamation went through the generations. So
Yes.
they've reached us. And then
So-
that's why we have a natural fitrah to want to go on Umrah. And then that's why we proclaim, I'm here going on Umrah.
Yeah. So Jazakallah khair. So it is important to note this, because it makes sense of what some of the things that you say, right? That Allah called us through Ibrahim as-salam. They said we proclaim to Allah, now Allah, here I am, yeah, performing Umrah. Yeah. And immediately after this, right, we should note about the conditions of ihram would start after your intention, not when you change your ihram conditions. Only at the miqat, then the conditions start, right? What are the conditions again? That first of all, you cannot wear this, yeah. You must expose your toes and your back part of the ankle, yeah. You must not wear perfumes from then on. You must not cut your hair, cut your nails, yeah. No stitched things, so no underwear, yeah. And iftikar, no proposals, right? So propose later after you're finishing Umrah, okay?
Allah, keep that in mind.
Alhamdulillah. So I think that's about it, right? Anything that I forgot? You can wear sunglasses, you can wear watches, yeah? As I said, you don't need to memorize things, you can just read from your notes, yeah?
The nails, you can't cut the nails, I don't
Yeah, don't cut the hair, don't cut the nails, right? Until you finish the whole thing called tahlul, you cut your hair, shave your hair, inshallah, yeah? That is why, because of the strict conditions, we say the next dua, in case any one of us are falling sick, we need to go to hospital, so in case anything happened to the train and all this, may Allah protect us, right? We say this dua, فَإِنْ حَبَسَنِي حَابِسٌ فَمَحِلِّ حَيْثُ حَبَسْتَنِي. Yeah, فَإِنْ حَبَسَنِي حَابِسٌ فَمَحِلِّ حَيْثُ حَبَسْتَنِي. If I'm prevented by any obstacle, my place is where I'm held up. So this is to be said together after you declared or you say your intention loud, right? You don't say intention from the heart, you say intention loud, inshallah, right? Then after that is your talbiyah. Talbiyah is to be said immediately after your intention, all the way until you reach the Hajar Aswad corner. So even though you're resting in the hotel, yes, fine. But when you come out, and this you say your talbiyah still. Don't forget. Yeah? In the train, right? It is not to be said in unison. It's said to be said individually, right? Can we say together? Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. Labbaik la sharika laka labbaik. Innal hamda wa ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika lak. So for those majority of us, don't worry. In Medina, I'm going to correct your recitations and all this, yeah. Especially Adnan, yeah, because I won't see you until we meet in Medina. So we have 1 or 2 lessons in Medina before the Umrah, inshallah, yeah. And hence that's why we go to Medina first, yeah. So now, so when we reach the hotel, so the train station is about perhaps 10 minutes ride, perhaps about what, 100 Riyal, yeah, to the hotel, yeah. The airport is about, well, Jeddah is about 1 hour, isn't it true, right? So about 250 Riyal, right, to the hotel, yeah. Why I say 100? Because there's more of us, a lot of people. Try to get a bigger, or a van, all this to get everybody in one van, inshallah, if not 2, yeah. So then check in the hotel. Right? Always remember again, the test will come, right? Sometimes you're there at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. Still cannot check in. It's okay. Yeah, you can put your things down there, and with the reception, we can start with our Umrah. Sometimes you just do not want to waste time. If we are hungry, we take our lunch first, and then we go for the Umrah, inshallah. Now, questions?
Oh, no.
Okay. Now,
actually, I have a question. What happens if we, this will benefit everyone, what happens if we, in Ihram attire and everything, and we break one of the conditions?
if we break any of the conditions, then there is an office in near the Kaaba that you need to pay for the slaughtering of a sheep. Yeah, it perhaps, I think it's about what, 100 pounds, 120 pounds, right, to pay. So it need to be done there and then, inshallah, right? Don't wait until you come back to the UK. Yeah, and the meat will be distributed so to the poor, inshallah. Yeah, so this is the conditions. It's very strict conditions. Yeah, we do need to understand. So those of us who are nail biters, well, be careful. Yeah. So I think at none you're nail biter, isn't it true? I remember.
No.
You're not
Okay,
nail biter.
no,
Okay, I thought you. So, with all the stress. Yes, Africa.
Ustad, so say for example we're at the hotel, whatever, we need to use the toilets and whatnot. So can we take off our ihram? Will that break our ihram state and use the bathroom?
Yeah, we can take our ihram attire. We can take a shower, but don't use the hotel's the soap, right? Use your own soap to take a shower. If you want to do number 1, number 2, make sure you use your own unscented soap. Don't use the hotel's one. Yeah.
Okay. Inshallah.
Don't forget.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, so assuming that all of us are ready from our hotel in Mecca, we are ready to go down, right? So again, when you go down from your hotel, expose your right shoulder. Don't forget the reason is, Abdulaziz.
Yes, it was ordered by the Prophet to show the shoulder because I think the Quraysh accused the Muslims of being weak and sick.
Yes. So literally, you need to train your triceps and biceps, right? And before you go, right, to show muscles and show strength. That is one of the first 3 rounds. For the men, we have a slow jog. Do intend to have a slow jog because you will get the reward even though you're not doing a slow jog because of the crowd. Yeah. So when you have intention, try to have intention to have a slow jog when you start the tawaf, inshallah. Yeah.
So when we leave the hotel, we expose our shoulder from the hotel. Okay.
Yes, because you don't want to show the sisters your triceps.
No need.
For your proposals. Okay. Now, so this is when you go down for Umrah, you bring in your bag one water bottle, right? Empty water bottle. You bring a small plastic bag to put your sandals. You do not want to put the sandals on the shelf, right? Was it now you lost your shoes or slippers?
No. I have my slippers.
Okay.
2000.
Okay, one of okay. In fact, quite a few people lost the things. All right, so don't put it put it in your bag all the time, inshallah. Yeah, and then your notes, yeah, your mobile phones, put it there. Do not carry your passports, yeah, out. Money, perhaps you want to just carry about 50 riyal, just enough, or maybe 100, just for you're hungry, get some food after your umrah. Yeah, don't carry too much money. Yeah, everything should put in your safe, inshallah. Yeah. Now, so upon entering the Kaaba, right? So again, when you go down, you see your talbiyah, labbaik Allahumma labbaik, labbaik la sharika laka labbaik, innal hamda wa ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika lak. And then after that, you before entering the Masjid Haram or before entering any mosque, you say this: A'udhu billahi al-azim wa biwajhil karim wa sultanil qadim min ash-shaytanir rajim. Bismillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala Bismillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Allahumma aftah li abwaaba rahmatik. Yeah. Do you all have your notes in front of you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is in your WhatsApp, as I said, right? And then you enter. When you enter, immediately, right? On your right, on your left, on the corridor there might be some Zamzam taps or some Zam container. Fill up your water bottle with Zamzam, inshallah, right? I would advise you, right, because it is, for iftikar especially, it is still quite hot. Do not drink so much of the cold Zamzam because sometimes, especially when you want to drink all this, sometimes you might lose your voice and all this, right? A lot of people advise each other to drink from the warm Zamzam water. Yeah.
Sheikh, can we drink water while we're doing tawaf?
Sorry?
Can we drink the water while we're doing tawaf?
You can.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you're thirsty, yeah, but try not to.
Yeah.
Right. Now, so then once you finish the Zamzam water, put it in your bag, and you continue walking. Again, we need to time ourselves, right? That you're not doing it close to the prayer time, right? You can do it, but then it will interfere with your tawaf and all this. Yeah. So time yourself. Yeah. Perhaps sometimes when you reach the tawaf area, the Kaaba area, right? You are what do you call it? Once you finish, the adhan might come. So, but time yourself properly, inshallah. One thing I forgot to say is about your app. Yeah, you need to download the Nusuk app. All right. Nusuk app just to be safe. The times that we went, they never check, or they hardly check our only Almis when they check whether they booked the Umrah or not. Yeah, you do need to have the app, inshallah, for the Umrah to book your Umrah at a certain time, yeah, at a specific time. So do download their NUSUK NUSUK app, yeah, on your mobile phone. So everybody should have a mobile phone. Everybody, all right. So so it's easier for you to communicate with each other. I think I forgot also. Perhaps it's easier from the airport that you buy your SIM card. You should get a SIM card so that we can communicate with each other. You know, at the airport is the easiest usually. If not, sometimes you have to wait quite some time. Right now we did last time, wait some time in Mecca, but usually it's better to do in airport.
Yeah, Chef, just on that, I think you'll need to speak to Gawal because he doesn't have a smartphone. So I don't know how he's going to register.
Don't worry, because when he went with us to the Devon, right?
Yeah,
Devon.
brings one.
He borrowed his sister's one.
Okay.
So he has he borrowed so he can communicate with us, alhamdulillah. Yeah. So it is important to have this communication, inshallah. Yeah. Now, so once we have entered already, yeah, and then again after Zamzam still say our talbiyah, then we see the Kaaba for the first time, right? We say this dua. Can we do it together? Allahumma zid hadzal baita tashrifan wa ta'ziman wa takriman wa mahabatan wa zid man syarrafahu wa karramahu mimman hajjahu aw i'tamarahu tashrifan wa ta'ziman wa takriman wa birrat. Allahumma antas salam wa minkas salam fa hayyina rabbana bis salam. Right? It's all to praise Allah. Right? Oh, Allah increase this house in nobility, honor, reverence, and dignity, and so on. Right? Make sure we know the meaning, inshallah. Yeah? And then we put up our hands and make dua for the first time in the Kaaba. Yeah? And inshallah, one thing that you want to do if you want, it is to make sure your dua from your friends, from this, don't forget, right? I would sometimes write on a piece of paper so that I don't forget and print it out, the dua, so that I don't forget with my own dua. Because in terms of emotions that you are pressing Kaaba for the first time, right? It is quite emotional. I remember the first time I went in 1999, right, to Umrah. It is very emotional, and you know, people are in tears, of course, yeah, and it's good tears, yeah, that you are invited by Allah. I think the first thing that we should make dua is, of course, inshallah, is to thank Allah, yeah, for inviting us to the place, yeah. Don't forget, as part of making dua, the etiquette of making dua, yeah, that you praise Allah first, alhamdulillah. You send blessings of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Muhammad. Then you ask Allah for forgiveness using dua of Yunus alaihi salam, 21:87. La ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minal zalimin. And then after make a dua with using Allah's beautiful names, Ya Allah, Ya Rabb, Ya Rahman, and all and so on. Yep. One of the best names is, don't forget this, Ya Dhal Jalali wal Ikram, yep, or honor, majesty of honor. One of the best names of Allah. You should use it, inshallah. Yep. I'm going to send you one or two dua that when you say this, your dua will be accepted, inshallah. So this is a very important hints and from Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam to recite some dua first so that your dua will be accepted, inshallah. Okay. Now, so what you must do is to be streetwise in the sense that you need to know where you come in, right? So let's say the Kaaba is here, right? If you come in from this side, you should know that, okay, there's only the Kaaba has only one door, right, at this side. So when you come in from this side, remember, the door is here, right? At this side is, of course, is not here. That is this called Hijr Ismail, is semicircle thing, right? In which it was the original shape of the Kaaba is like this, because at that time they got no money, so they left it as a cube as it is. Originally, it's like a semicircle and all this in one building, right? But now it's just called Hijr Aswad here, Hajar Aswad here, Hajar Aswad, Hijr Ismail, sorry, or Hijr Ismail is here, yeah. And Aisha Anha wanted to ask Prophet, how can I pray inside the Kaaba, right? So he advised her to pray here, the Hijr Ismail, right? As part, it's nothing special reward. I mean, I almost died last time. Remember now, right? There's a huge crush. People waiting to go there. So I wouldn't want to go there again, 100%, right?
Yeah, it was. I think I had a near-death experience.
It's true. It's people are crazy. They want to kill each other just because you want to pray at that part, right? So I don't think I want to go there. But those who want, try, right? Meet you, inshallah, in the hotel once you finish your near-death experience.
And if it wasn't for you and Elmi, I wouldn't even been able to pray because it was so many people standing right in front of me. Literally, the
Yeah.
guy's body was in front of me. I was in front of the other person. You and Elmi had to push them forward so I can get a tiny space
Yeah,
to
yeah,
pray.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. But let the rest try the near-death experience, inshallah.
I might have to join them again, but yeah, we'll see.
No thanks. Okay, so this is it, right? So make sure you know where you come in from. Your tawaf would not start unless you come across this, the door. So this is called Hajar Aswad corner. The one before this, why I said before, because we are going to anti-clockwise direction, right? So before this is called Yamani corner, right? So once you come across this part, right, you just say and point out to the Hajar Aswad corner, and on this side, if you draw a line here, there is a green light, right? That is your starting point of your tawaf, and you say Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, right? And you point out, and that's where your tawaf will begin. Yeah. So, can you say anything? I would glorify Allah first, true, right? Because when we want to start, I think it's not about I want this, I want this, I want this, but I want to glorify Allah, right? So there is a dua that we can say, Allahumma imanan bika, or in this is number 6 or number 4, sorry, in page number 3 of the Roman number 4, yeah. Allahumma imanan bika wa tasdiqan bi kitabika wa wafa'an bi ahdika wa wattiba'an li sunnati nabiyyika Muhammadin sallallahu alaihi wasallam, right? And you can say, of course, one of the best. This is the best the best dhikr that Allah likes is this one. Subhanallah, walhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Right? Say this again and again. Yeah, just to glorify Allah, inshallah. Right? Allah loves this. Yeah. Okay, so do say whatever things that you want, but of course you need to be in a state of wudu at all times. If you break your wudu, you need to go out. There's no wudu place at that part. I know where you can be cheeky and take a wudu at the Zamzam area. It's up to you, yeah. But you need to go and do your wudu again. Start from, for me personally, I would start from round 0. I know there's some people who say that you can start from wherever you stop, but I wouldn't want to be safe. I start from round 0 if you break your wudu, yeah. If you forget how many rounds tawaf that you have done, is it 3 or 4? Always take from the lower figure, 3, and always forget about what you forget, and just concentrate. It is easy to say concentrate, but you and I know, those who have been there before, everybody's shouting, everybody is trying to screaming about the dua. Try to have your own space when you walk. You do not need to follow me. That's why all of us, you need to know the Umrah as if you have done it, you're doing it on your own, right? Because the minute you want to know where I am and all this, then you will get distracted, of course, because every time you look at where I am, sometimes when you turn away because so crowded, after a few seconds, the person just disappeared, yeah? So as I said, in my time, I led a few groups, alhamdulillah. At the last round, always end up with about only 1 or 2 people. Starts with 14 or 15, sometimes end up with only 1 or 2. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah? But as long as you know what you are doing, yeah, we always have this meeting point, right? After the whole procedure of the tawaf and plus your dua, meet at the green light, inshallah, right? That's why we in case you get lost, just use our mobile phone and call us, inshallah. Okay? But don't go to the sa'i place without the group. You need to go to the group, inshallah, right? So some people want to be fast, some people want to be slow, right? Everybody has a different timing, yeah? So it's up to you, yeah? So when we go one round, right, it is a slow jog until we reach the Yamani corner. Then we say, Rabbana atina fi dunya hasana wa fil akhirati hasana wa qina adhaban nar. Once or twice, up to you, right? And then when you reach the Hajar Aswad corner again, you say, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, right? So it is always the same procedure, right? Again, the Malaysians always have a special dua for one round. Round number one, this dua. Round number two, another dua. Is completely rubbish, right? There's no set of hadith or sunnah of each round that what you need to say. Yes, Abdul Aziz?
So we
Yes.
so do we read that dua every time we go to the Hajar al-Aswad, or it's just the first time
Which
that
dua?
we put our the one that we put our hand up?
Yeah, so every time we reach the Hajar Aswad corner, we say Bismillah Allahu Akbar. Right? That dua, Allahumma iman nabika, is only on the first round. Okay?
Okay, Jazakallah.
Yep. Right, so the first 3 rounds, so every time, the procedure is this. Every time you reach Yamani corner, is always Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanat. Every time we reach this is Bismillah Allahu Akbar. So 1, 2, 3, right? Slow jog, and normal walk, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you reach this, you end with Bismillah Allahu Akbar. And I advise you, when you reach the last stage, either if you want to kiss the black stone, kiss on the last round because you don't want to get distracted. Kiss the black stone is here, right? Somewhere around here. Or if you don't want to kiss the black stone, it's fine, right? But make sure you go to the outer part of the Kaaba, of the Tawaf area, so that you don't have to push. If you're too close to the Kaaba, you have to push your way out and all this. So the last round, go to the outer part so you are ready to do your salah, inshallah. Yeah. So after this, we're according to number 7 now, right? So upon finish the last round, right, you will say wattakhidhu min maqami Ibrahim musallat, which means we take the station of Ibrahim, which is just very close to this place, to the door, right, called Maqam Ibrahim, which means you can see the Ibrahim alayhi salam's footsteps. Yet it's one of the 3 things that are made originally from paradise: the Maqam Ibrahim, the Hajar Aswad, and of course the Zamzam water, originally from paradise. Then when you are praying, yeah, make sure you remind each other to cover your shoulder now. So from now on, you can cover your shoulder. You don't need to expose your muscles, right? And you will recite in your first raka'ah Al-Fatiha and Al-Kafirun. Second raka'ah Al-Fatiha and Al-Ikhlas. Yeah, you do not need to do long sujud. Do a quick one. Then after that, you stand up. Well, if you want, can get close, but usually it's very crowded, right? You stand up and face this. This is called multazam. Can you see it? The door and the Hajar Aswad corner. So this part here is called multazam. This is one of the best dua that you can ever make. Yeah? Several of my dua has been answered through this. Yeah, so take your time, make your dua facing the multazam. Yeah, this is number 9 of my notes. Yeah. After this finish, right, you drink a Zamzam water. The Zamzam water can make any dua. This is one of the sunnah that you can recite. Is the Allahumma inni as'aluka ilman nafiyan wa rizqan wasiyan wa shifa min kulli da'in. Asking Allah for beneficial knowledge, limitless provision, and free from all diseases. Yeah. So this is a dua that you can make from. So you guess when it's Zamzam, you took in a water bottle, just take it out and drink it, inshallah. And after this, if you're lost, you're alone, and all this, meet us at the green lights at the side. You can see very clearly. We will wait for you there, inshallah. Yeah. So this is your tawaf. Any questions?
Ustad, could you just repeat the bit about the multazam, please?
The multazam is this place here, right? Yeah. So when you finish your salah, stand up, because sometimes a lot of people, right? So you need to stand up and face the multazam and raise up my hand and make my dua. If you have a dua list, take out a dua list and take your time here, because this is the best time to make dua. One of the best time is here, multazam. Yeah. And then again, right? I would just, to be safe, and I just repeat the etiquette of making dua. Yeah, and I make the dua at that time. Yeah, at the multazam. After multazam, I would spend about maybe 5 minutes at least making dua. Yeah, and after that, is come and drink your Zamzam water, inshallah. Clear?
Jazakallah khair.
Now, once everybody gathers, so if we, for our group, perhaps maybe about 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now it's 13 people, right? I expect 13 people to meet at the, if you don't meet each other at the praying place, meet each other at the, 13 of us will meet each other at the green light, inshallah, right? So don't go to the next stage without waiting for everybody, inshallah. Yeah. Then we go to the place where we call it sa'i. Sa'i means to do the rituals of the hajj, right? 7 times between Safa and Marwa. Used to be mountains, now it's just air conditioned, right? Air conditioned, comfortable place. Yeah. Just very packed usually, right? This is, for me, is this more tiring doing the sa'i than doing the tawaf. Right? Now, so once you reach, we start with Safa first, right? So Safa, Marwa. Yeah. When you reach Safa, then at the foot of Safa, that means at the foot of the slope, right? We recite this: Inna Safa wal Marwata min sha'airillah, faman hajjal baita aw i'tamara fala junaha alayhi an yattawafa bihima, wa man tatawwa khairan fa inna Allah shakirun alim. Now I'm reaching now. I'm now on Safa. I've not moved yet. My sa'i hasn't started yet. I'm on Safa now, right? On Safa, I recite this only once, and I did not repeat it at other places. This is in the number 12. Abda'u bima bada Allahu bih, which means I begin with what Allah begin with, and then I recite this takbir: Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, wahdahu la sharika lah, lahul mulku wa lahul hamd, yuhyi wa yumit, wa huwa ala kulli syai'in qadir. La ilaha illallah wahdah anjaza wa'dah wa nasara 'abdah wa hazamal ahzaba wahdah. Right? Once I recite this once, I recite my hand, face the qibla, I make dua. And I repeat again, Allahu Akbar, the whole thing. And then I make dua for the second time. And I repeat again, Allahu Akbar, until the end. I make the dua for the third time. I'm still in Safa, I have not moved yet. Any questions? Yep. Then I'm ready to move. So we move as a group, inshallah, right? Go, and the distance between Safa and Marwa is 450 meters. All right, about 50 meters as you move, you go down the slope and you move forward. You see a green light on top. It's only about 50 meters. For the boys, for the men, we have a slow jog until we reach the end of the green light. And then we continue walking. What do you do? What do you say? You can say whatever you want. You can make a dua. You can talk, but not too much. Yeah. You can not be in wudu, but I will always be in wudu because I like to make dua when I'm in purified state. But that's not the condition of the sa'i. Yep. Or to be in wudu. But as I said, I would like to be in purified state, inshallah. Yep. Along the way, there is Zamzam water, Zamzam containers. You can stop and drink Zamzam along the way. Yeah. So you can read the Quran, whatever things that you do, but do make full use of it. Don't talk too much. Yeah. Once you reach the other side, right? What is the name of the other side? It's called Marwa, right? Come back to number 11. At the foot there, before you come up the slope, you say Inna Safa wal Marwata min sha'airillah. فمن حج البيت أو اعتمر فلا جناح عليه أن يطوف بهما ومن تطوع خيرا فإن الله شاكر عليم. Right? Now I'm on top of Marwa now. On Marwa, right? I did not read number 12 because number 12 is only recited in the first time. I go straight to the whole takbir. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, wahdahu la sharika lah, lahul mulku wa lahul hamd, yuhyi wa yumit, wa huwa ala kulli syai'in qadir. La ilaha illallah wahdah anjaza wa'dah wa nasara 'abdah wa hazama al-ahzaba wahdah. I recite this once, make my dua, recite this again, the takbir, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar until the end. Make my second dua, recite this again, the whole takbir, make my third dua. Finish this, then I go down, go back to Safa again. And this is going to be repeated again and again. Any questions? If you don't understand, it's fine, right? We're going to go through the ritual again. All I'm trying to say, when you go up the slope to Safa or to Marwa, you say Inna Safa wal Marwata, which is number 11. When you're on top, you say the takbir. Takbir is said 3 times, yeah, and in between the takbir, you make your own dua. Questions? Clear?
We're gonna go through this again, right, Sheikh? Because now it's like
Is your daughter disturbing you?
no. It's just that you know, when
Yeah,
to
we're going,
say what,
especially for
when
our
to
group
say
number,
what.
we're going to go through again in Medina, inshallah, right?
Yeah.
And we are going to have one session in my house, right? Inshallah, before we go to Umrah, right? So that we can know when you see me physically, sometimes it's easier when we discuss about the class, inshallah, right? So for the rest, all of us in London, we are going to have a meeting in my house before our Umrah. Yeah, for the rest, for Adnan, we can meet each other, inshallah, in Medina, inshallah. Yeah, don't worry. The last stage is, of course, it's called the tahlul. Tahlul means you cut your hair or to shave your head. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ made a dua to Allah 3 times, yeah, for those who shave the head, and only once for those who cut the hair. So of course it is better for us to shave the hair, inshallah. Right? There are plenty of barbers around the shop, around outside the Kaaba Haram area. So it's something about 24, 25 real, so about £5 around there. Yeah. For the cutting of hair or shaving of hair. Sorry. Yeah. Questions? So as I said, when you finish, right, the Safat, usually we have to come back into the Kaaba area in order to exit sometimes, right? Because you do not want to exit in any point, because then you have to go one big round and all this. Yeah. So you exit at the place where nearest to your hotel, inshallah. Yeah. Any questions? Okay, no questions. Alhamdulillah. Yeah. Inshallah, we see each other for those of us who come into my class at 3 o'clock, inshallah. Yeah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala invite all of us to perform Umrah in the best of manners. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala correct our Islam, correct our Iman, correct our submission to Allah, yeah, during our journey. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hide all our bad traits and bad characters during our journey to Umrah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this journey easy, grant us patience, yet, and grant all of us Jannatul Firdaus. Subhanaka wa bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa assalamu alal mursalin walhamdulillahi alamin. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jazakumullah khair. We'll see each other later in our class, inshallah. Yeah. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam.